Hey YouTube, so I just wanted to make a quick video, show you guys the difference between non-stabilized video and what it looks like stabilized with Real Steady Go. So if you're interested, make sure to stay around and I'll show you my editing process and what the video can look like before and after Real Steady Go, and maybe even show you just a basic color grade and what makes a video look good. Yeah, so stay tuned for some tips and tricks and I'll just show you guys what I do. Alright, so now that we're flying, I've decided that we can also compare the Hypersmooth to unstabilized and Real Steady Go stabilization. So for now, I'm just going to fly really smooth and show you guys that you can fly without stabilization. A lot of people do that, especially with the big cinema cameras like the red cameras. But when you start to fly a little more crazy, and maybe throw in some like stalls and flips, it starts to look a little less smooth. And say you're tracking somebody, I mean, this dirt mountain can be like a dirt bike jump or something like that, and you're trying to keep up with them. It's hard to fly perfectly smooth all the time. So I know when I started out, I didn't really realize that people were actually stabilizing the video. So I thought I was just not good at flying, but honestly there are a lot of good pilots who will fly really smooth, but it's kind of just the cat in the bag that everyone's using is just to slap Real Steady Go on it. So after this flight I'll show you Hypersmooth, and then we can compare Hypersmooth to Real Steady Go is probably what most people are going to want to see, and why I think one is better than the other. So before we get into the review of the Hypersmooth video, I just wanted to showcase the difference between Hypersmooth and then Hypersmooth with Real Steady Go placed over it. So take a look at what the cropping does here, just to something to think about before you start using Hypersmooth on all your video, and then smoothing it with Real Steady Go afterwards. Alright, so now we got Hypersmooth turned on, and once again, if we start out with just some smooth flying, it might not really matter what you have on, even if you don't have any stabilization at all. But you'll see the way Hypersmooth works, in my opinion, if we compare this, which by the way, now, you didn't used to be able to do this, but you can actually put Real Steady Go over a Hypersmooth video now. So GoPro has finally made that an option for you. So in my opinion, Hypersmooth is just not really as good. Real Steady just makes it a lot smoother. But it depends on the application as well, because if you have something that's really fast paced and you want to see kind of the snaps and jerks of the FPV motion, Real Steady is going to kind of blur that out, which you can customize the settings in Real Steady, so that way it won't completely get rid of that. But maybe Hypersmooth is just a quick and dirty option for you that it'll just be a lot easier. There's definitely a perk. Plus, Real Steady costs money, and Hypersmooth, if you have any newer GoPro, you just have it. So that's another thing to consider. But I guess I can let you guys be the judge of what you think looks better. I also want to throw a quick color grade and color correction on these clips, just to kind of show you what a smoothed out color graded video can look like compared to non-edited production. So I really just want to highlight the smoothing that Real Steady is capable of doing. So this is a clip with originally unstabilized video, so there was no Hypersmooth going, and this is all Real Steady's work in post. So here's the original video, the unstabilized, and you can see you get a little less cropping in, but Real Steady, and in my case, it actually crops out the blue propellers and makes the shot look a lot smoother. So here's all three for comparison, just to get an idea. I know they're not all the same shot, but you can kind of see that both Hypersmooth and Real Steady do a good job. Real Steady gives you that smooth look that you might be trying to emulate from someone like Johnny FPV or somebody like that. Okay, so we just flew. We are testing the different video, and I want you guys to draw your own conclusions here and see what do you think works better, and why would you use, you know, unstabilized, hypersmooth, or real steady? What are the different applications? So yeah, if you guys want to drop a comment and maybe start a discussion on this, or let me know what you thought about the video, feel free to do so, and make sure to stick around for some more videos. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.